Hi guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to another video. Don't mind this braid. I can't get this last piece in. It's fine. It's whatever. It's what having layers is like. I look a little bit sick. I'm right in the middle of my exam test. It's a very stressful period. Tomorrow I have my one of my main exams, and I'm about 2 months behind on lectures. That's besides the point. You guys all want to know what happened on Thursday. So, Thursday, I thought Mr. Tuesday could not confuse me anymore. I was wrong. So Thursday we had presentations. I sat on this side. He sat on that side of the classroom with his group. I sat with my group. But he grabbed a chair from one of the tables and positioned it in a way so that he had a full frontal view of me. This is his POV and I was sitting here sideways. So then before our break, he had the presentation. I sit on my side of the room and I was sometimes he would look at me and I was pretending to look at other people that were speaking, and then I would make eye contact with them and then he would smile. It's the little things. And so then there was one final group before the break, and this man started eating carrots while people were presenting. What? And so I could hear this noise, and I'm like, what is this noise? And he was secretly, very quietly biting into carrots, and I looked at him and I laughed so hard because of it. So it was just a funny moment. We were really across the room looking at each other and laughing, and it was just a cute moment. And then we had our break. But Mr. Tuesday, before we walked out of the classroom, he was standing in the middle of the classroom, basically waiting. I would see him look at me and I would glance over him and try not to give him attention. So after 5 minutes I was still talking with my project group, and he eventually walked out of the classroom with Mr. Too Much, but he kept looking backwards to see if I was coming, because we would make eye contact. And then I eventually walked out of the classroom and he looked backwards and he saw me walking and he stopped walking. He was quite a far away from me and then started talking to me while I was coming up to them. He legit stopped talking. He cut off Mr. Too Much to talk to me, which I was like, okay. And I was walking with Mr. Instagram. Yeah, and then I just walked off. Then after the break, I had my presentation. Presentation went super amazing. I hate presenting, but yeah, it actually went really well. And I stood on his side of the classroom. And before we started the presentation, I told Mr. Tuesday, don't look at me. You cannot look at me because I'll start laughing. He started making funny faces and be like, oh, I'm not gonna look at you. And then it was very sassy. After the presentations were done, a small group in my class decided to just have some drinks with each other. So we did that. So I walked with my girlfriend, and then Mr. Too Much and Mr. Tuesday were walking behind us, and we just went to the bar. So Mr. Tuesday sat on one of the long bar area tables. And so he had a table here, and then here in the corner you had this big sofa where a lot of people could sit. So Mr. Tuesday sat here with Mr. Instagram, and as soon as I got my drink, I went to the sofa area with my girlfriend, and I saw Mr. Tuesday look at me, and he was like, oh, you're not gonna sit here? I noticed him thinking that. I know what this man thinks. I know what he thinks. And so, no, I wasn't gonna sit there. I was gonna make him see me sit with other guys. What about that? Psychology. So I sat there with my girlfriend, and then this other guy, which is oh, he's such a funny guy. He's such a random kid. You have your class sometimes has random very outspoken, very hyper funny, a funny dude. So this guy comes up to me, he says, can I sit with the pretty lady? I'm like, who are you talking to? Talking about me. We were just having a very fun conversation and we kept laughing, and Mr. Too Much joined us, and I could see Mr. Tuesday and the Instagram guy, they started talking with a little bit of a group that they were with, but Mr. Tuesday sat. So you have my view, my POV, and this was Mr. Tuesday kept looking on his bar stool. He would keep looking over, and he would pretend to fix his hair and stuff, and while I was doing that, he would look over and I'm like, I got you. I got you. And then after, I would say about 45 minutes, I still didn't talk with Mr. Tuesday because I was just talking with my girlfriend and other people, and he was still sitting there. And then he decided to leave. Mr. Tuesday walked by everyone and I was the last one. I stood up and he went in for the hug. I, of course, also went in for the hug because that's how we say goodbye. This man, while we're hugging, says, "Goodbye, sweetheart." What? Goodbye, sweetheart? What does that mean? This man has never called me sweetheart, ever. He's never said goodbye, sweetheart. Like, legit, it was hug, goodbye, sweetheart. What? So that just left me a little bit confused. And after Mr. Tuesday had already left, Mr. Too Much came up to me and he said, "So how are things with you and Mr. Tuesday?" I was like, "Oh, how funny that you bring it up, mention it, because I'm gonna mention it all." So I was like, yeah, let's just have a chat," I said to Mr. Too Much. And then I showed him the text that Mr. Tuesday had sent me of, "It's not more than a friendship for me. Get out." And then Mr. Too Much had the audacity to say, "Oh, this is really sweet of him. You caused it." And then I said, "Yeah, but I think it's because what you said when we were with the three of us and we had drinks and you started talking about me being with guys from work and stuff." And he said, I don't think so." And then he started talking about the day that I told Mr. Too Much that I liked Mr. Tuesday. That day, Mr. Too Much and Mr. Tuesday were gonna go to the gym together. And so I was like, "Oh, Mr. Too Much, kind of, tell Mr. Tuesday, try and see what he thinks of me." And so Mr. Too Much told me on Thursday that Mr. Tuesday thought of me as a super sweet, super fun girl, but that he's not ready for a relationship and that he's not ready to date and that I'm too sweet and too fun and too loving and that he's scared that he'll break my heart with the mindset that he has now. Oh my god! Could have told me that earlier. So this was in May. April, this man is like pretending like we're gonna be a couple. May hits, and this man is like, "I could care less about you." But then still when we're one-on-one, he pretends like he wants to be a couple. Make it make sense. So after he had told me all that stuff, I kind of like went back into my brain. I'm like, okay, wait. Mr. Tuesday did tell me that the 75-day hard mentality that he had, that he wants his future girlfriend to have met him when he's at his prime with his 75-day hard mentality. And that right now, like in May when he was talking with Mr. Too Much, he said, "Yeah, I don't have the good mindset. I like kind of like trashed the whole 75-day hard thing. Like I'm like back to where I used to be and I'm not happy with what I'm doing and going out every weekend." So then I was thinking, I was like, oh, well, yeah, he's not ready for a relationship. And I don't want to be with someone that goes out every weekend and can't control his drinking. That's like, ew. And I told Mr. Too Much that. I said, yeah, looking at it in that way, I'm kind of glad that it's not something. And Mr. Too Much, the audacity to say, "Am I your type?" What? What? And then I said, "No, you're not." I said, "You're too short, yeah." I just started roasting him. And then I also said, "And I know you too long." And then he said, "Oh yeah, but what if in our first year that we met each other, if I didn't have a girlfriend, would you have dated me?" What? Get out. Run. Help. I said no. And that's the truth. I wouldn't have. I just find it very strange why he would even say that. Weirdo. 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 So yeah, that's the update on Mr. Tuesday, Mr. Too Much. I see him again on Friday when I have my exam. I'm stressing out because of it. But yeah, I've discussed it with all my friends, and they still say, you know, it's clear that Mr. Tuesday likes you. Like, it's clear that he does, but he's also, in essence, protecting himself and protecting you because he knows that he's not ready for a relationship yet. And, you know, I kind of respect that. You know, I kind of respect that he is willing to, you know, say he's like willing to protect me in a sense, or like not lead me on more. And then I'm also like, if he wouldn't change for me, you know, if he wouldn't stop the going out and stuff, then it's definitely not meant to be. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It would have been nice, but now seeing all this without having the love bubble perspective, I'm a little bit more rational. And I'm like, okay, maybe it is better. But I'm not gonna lie, if he does grow up, in essence, I don't know. It's like we're in such a gray space, and that's exactly what today's song is. It's called Gray Space because I feel like I'm kind of in this gray space with him. And I actually wrote this song a while back, but I thought now is the perfect time to share it. So yeah, it's called Gray Space, and it's about this gray space that we're in, because we both know that we like each other, but there's just like this, we're both like kind of pulling away, but also like when we're in person, we really pull back, and we call each other sweetheart. Okay, anyway, let's get on with it. Don't ever say what I truly think. You do the same and it's hurting me. Your eyes tell me in a million ways there's something more that we can't explain. I see you puff your chest when I walk by. Interrupt me when I'm talking to other guys. We're so in sync, all our thoughts align. So why are we only together in my mind? Can't lose someone I never had, but just know I wanted you so bad. Wish this gray space that we are in could be erased and colored in, cause I bet all my money on you. Thought you were the one to pull through. Guess I overestimated a guy like you. Right now I feel like a maybe. Wish that you would call me baby. Is it too irrational for me to still believe that one day that's what you'll call me? Yeah, one day you'll call me baby. So many moments that we have shared. Don't call them dates, but there's something in my head. Too busy trying to be a man. Can't give your heart, but you hold my hand. Can't lose someone I never had, but just know I wanted you so bad. Wish this gray space that we are in could be erased and colored in, cause I bet all my money on you. Thought you were the one to pull through. Guess I overestimated a guy like you. Right now I feel like a maybe. Wish that you would call me baby. Is it too irrational of me to still believe that one day that's what you'll call me? Yeah, one day you'll call me baby. My baby, my baby, my baby. Oh, that's my baby, my baby, my sweet lady, my baby. Yeah, that's my baby. I bet all my money on you. Thought you were the one to pull through. Right now I feel like a maybe. Wish that you would call me baby. I bet all my money on you. Thought you were the one to pull through. Guess I overestimated a guy like you. Right now I feel like a maybe. Wish that you would call me baby? Is it too irrational of me to still believe that one day that's what you'll call me? Yeah, one day you call me baby. That was it, guys. That was it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next week with the final Mr. Tuesday update. Oh my god, guys!